in our souls. And no money in our coats. Well, you can't say we're satisfied, and you can't say we never tried. And you're beautiful, but ain't it time that we've said goodbye? And Angie, oh, I still love you. I love you, and I remember all those nights we cried, and all those dreams we felt so close seem to all blow up in smoke. Well, let me whisper in your ear, Angie, where will it lead us from here? Oh, and don't you wish, 'cause your kisses still taste sweet. Oh, but I hate that sadness in your eyes. Hey, Angie, oh, my pretty Angie. Oh, ain't it time that we've said goodbye? Oh, with no loving in our souls, and no money in our coats. Oh, you can't say you were satisfied. And Angie, oh, I still love you. I love you, baby. And everywhere I look, I see your eyes. Oh, there ain't a woman that comes close to you, my Angie. And come on, baby, come on, dry those eyes. Hey, Angie, oh, my pretty Angie. Ain't it good to be alive? And Angie, you can't say we never tried.
Let the music unlock your heart. It's time to collaborate. You're part of the family.
It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent BandLab track.
Don't cry, I'm on my way. I'll never stop chasing the sun till I find that place, leading me to your arms, into your heart. I fell so hard and tripped over all my words. It's where all of my favorite bruises occur. They're proof of the hard work.
There are few people on BandLab. I can maybe think of one other off the top of my head, Greymail, who invests in other artists in the way that Scott does. In fact, when we started BandLab Plus Coffee, Scott reached out to me and he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. Happy Friday, lab coats. It is time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent track. Today, we're bringing back an old favorite. That's right, it's Scott Nainoa88 on the lab, and an original track that I believe is actually forked from a Brian Louvier track called Greymail. So, without further ado, it's Greymail, and we're heading to the lab. Time to wake up, wind up, and cue up with another excellent BandLab track. Over here on BandLab, we've got Scott at Nainoa88, which is at NAINOA88 out of San Diego, California. Hoorah! Reppin' 3.37 thousand followers. And for good reason, there are few people on BandLab. I can maybe think of one other off the top of my head, Greymail, who invests in other artists in the way that Scott does. In fact, when we started BandLab Plus Coffee, Scott reached out to me and he said, "Hey, look, man, I love what you're doing for the community. Can I send you some coffee? Can I send you a refill?" And I was like, "Dadgum, man. Like, thank you." Because at the end of the day, we're so busy hearing no 1,000 times, or hearing you're not good enough, or hearing there are a million people out there that sound like you, or are better than you, or know how to do it better than you, that it's so genuinely kind for someone to come to you unannounced and just say, "What you're doing is great. And every journey starts with one step. Let me help you out." And it's that hand that they offer, that pull up to the next ledge, to help you level up and help you keep going. Scott is one of those people on BandLab. And today we've got Greymail. It is a forked track from Brian Louvier, who is at Retro Neko Media. And I believe we've had a track that Brian's been involved with on the show before as well. He's repping 3.8 thousand followers out of Denver, Colorado. Original. Here's an epic Brian Louvier Retro Neko Media song. Hope I did it justice. Lyrics in the comment section. It's like he knew we were going to ask for them. Were they all the way at the bottom? Yes, they are. Boomtown. Let's take a listen to Greymail. Ambient noise. What is this new trick you guys are learning? That's what my dog sounds like when he's interrupting my filming. Major Gin Blossoms vibes.
I find the lonely days who once I'm not alone. We'll just spin in circles with nowhere to go.
I like that background layer for the vocals, Scott.
You never ever seem to know. Follow your heart, but you keep your mind in tow. You work so hard every day just to care about those things that don't matter anyway. It's all in your head.
Really great driving guitar.
In your head. The sun is burning down, burning on this truck. A long drive home as I try to give it.
Yo, this is fire, bro. Is
I
right.
love to find new ways to see through all this.
E to the B to the I to the C. I can't believe this is a portal.
Screaming in my head.
Dean says perfect execution.
Things that don't matter anyway. About those things that don't matter anyway.
WP's got it right, the dubstep. Those drums are exceptional, along with the passionate vocals. The sentimental chord progression is so nice, that 2-minute mark brings it home. That's where we
Now
are.
it seems pretty clear. The things that matter, they matter.
I really like that chord progression. You're right, Dubstep. Well done, Scott. Well done. This is a phenomenal fork. So thanks, Retro Neko Media, Brian out of Denver, Colorado, for the awesome track so that Scott could lay down some epic vocals. And it all sounds just like it was meant to be. It was meant to be. Let's head to 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. I thought I had the first thing I loved like ready to go, but in fact it came at the very end, and it has to be first. The way that we end the chorus without finishing the phrase is guaranteed to make us go, "Send my..." Oh, he didn't say it. I gotta start the song over. This is the coolest way to end a song, and I always struggle to find the best way to end my chorus without ever finishing my chorus. For me, by the end of the track, I have withheld some of the chorus from the beginning, and so I'm giving the chorus at the very end, which is just backwards in this case, and in this case makes it so much more listenable and repeatable. This is the first thing I love, the way that we do this.
It's just enough.
And you're what, man? And you're what? I think it's in his head, but I need to listen again. Music making trick that is so good. Cut your chorus off early, because even you as a music maker want to end that phrase. You're like, "It's all in my head." Like you want to end it. But when you stop yourself with that uncomfortable subtraction, you give the listener a reason to re-listen, because they also want to finish the phrase. So when they start over, they get to finish the phrase. It's all in my... Start over. Head. Right? Awesome. I'm a huge fan of that. I need to start doing it more in my own tracks. Scott, you have been my muse for this. I've been enlightened. I should try that next time I write one of those acoustic punk pop jams. That's the first thing I love. The second thing I love, the soaring guitars pair with Scott's vocals like a fine wine pairs with cheese, or at least that is what I think wine people say. I mean, if it's me, I'm not a fine wine or a wine person at all. So I'd say it pairs like a good beer pairs with a great burger. Okay? This is phenomenal. They go together so well. It is just a perfect fit, and it doesn't feel like you're forking something. It feels like it was written for you. And that's one of the things I like. So let's jump into where Scott starts doing his thing.
The lonely days, the ones I'm not alone. We'll just spin in circles with nowhere to go. The ones around you never ever seem to know.
So good. The guitars are soaring. Scott's vocal is tense. It has wonderful tension and wonderful intensity. And it is truly E to the P to the I to the C, just as Dean Lobach mentioned down here in the comments. So that is truly the second thing that I love, is the way that these vocals sit so well with this guitar.
I love to find a way to see through all this. The voices screaming in my head.
So good. So good. Now, if there was one thing I'd want more of here, and this is a nitpick, as they all are, but the one thing I want more of here, Scott, is I want more layers of your vocals in the chorus. Like when the guitar starts doing this, like doing its real soaring thing, and you start doing your soaring vocals, you leave such great space, especially in the verses, that I want to hear a beefed up chorus. Maybe 3 more layers of your main melody vocal kind of all aligned to create just a thicker vocal in the chorus to stand up to those soaring guitars, but also to bring up the harmonies so that they are a little bit more like it's a live show, right? Like the bassist is actually like screaming into the mic next to you while you're singing on guitar. It gives it like more of a live feel when the vocals all kind of align, in my opinion. And so while I love everything about this, the one thing I think I want more of is as we come to the chorus, I want a thicker vocal, and I want that thickness to include harmonies that come up in volume, because I can hear it happening. I can hear the wheels spinning back there. I want a little more traction on that background stuff. This is a phenomenal track. Greymail, released on September 8th. So it's from just 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. Everyone should jump on over and not only follow Scott Nainoa88, but also follow Brian Louvier, Retro Neko Media. This is a fantastic collaboration is key moment, even when the collaboration may be unintentional on Brian's part. It is all about finding those moments in those tracks that make us sing, that inspire us, and that create cool music for the rest of us to come and enjoy at our leisure. BandLab truly houses such great talent and, from what I've seen, great people. So everyone jump over there, follow at Nainoa88. And you know what? While you're over there, I'm just gonna ask a big request. I know you don't know what's coming, but I'm gonna throw it out there, right? Maybe you could follow DJ Tatious on YouTube, BandLab, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. In the meantime, I hope your weekend is restful and relaxing, full of great music, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think fall starts this weekend. And if fall starts this weekend, that means next week we should do a whole week on songs that my wife found on BandLab that she liked that are fall style jams in her estimation. And she's even better at picking out good music than I am. So look forward to it, and we'll see ya.
Very rarely does the song I set out to make become the song that I release. For example, I wrote this song for a Star Wars contest on BandLab. It was awesome, but it used a backing beat by a band called Trapped, and I can't release that. I didn't write it. That song sounded like this.
Leader standing by, blue leader standing by, gold leader.
So then I had to make my own backing beat, which is just a terrible idea when you don't know how to produce music. I called up someone that I knew could help me.
Hey, what's up, DJ?
Can you make this good?
Oh, yeah. Done. No problem.
And it became this, thanks to Glass Garden.
We're standing by, still talking, I am with you till the end.
Pretty cool, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope your Christmas was phenomenal. Welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent track to ring in our new year. We've got Sprites of the Midnight Moonlight by Oddball 2020. Ironically enough, Oddball's ringing in 2024 for us. So, without further ado, let's head to the lab. Excellent track. Over here on the lab, we've got Sprites of the Midnight Moonlight by @Oddball 2020. That's ODD BALL 2020. out of Merrimack, New Hampshire in the USA, repping 436 followers, 17 likes, and 17 plays. Great. People are pressing play. Love it. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Ooh. A short, spirited, fun tune based on a simple chord run. I love a good chord run. Includes flute, oboe, harp, piano, strings. Lyrics in the future, maybe? Dun, 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 dun. Very authoritative, like a march. I'm also watching one of these silent movies unfold. But I do hear the rolling chord. Is this in C? C major? Those violin plucks or those strings plucks to get everything started for us. Excellent. A reprieve. Woo! Bring the dynamics, son! So great. I like the creeping strings in the background. Doo, doo, doo. There we go. Oboe putting in some low end. Wow, what a great track, and what a great change of pace. Good way to ring in the new year with an instrumental to bring us all back into focus on what it means to create. This is really excellent, Oddball, because, well, quite frankly, I gotta stop. We gotta head to two things I love and one thing I want more of. The first thing I love in this track is the separation. I'm getting all of these instruments, and I'm hearing them well. Let's take a listen. You're getting that harp. You're getting the strings. You can hear the background. And I'm not sure if that's the flute or if we've pitched up the oboe. Oh, the oboe's playing our low end. So it sounds like our flute is giving us do, do, and our oboe is playing the octave down from that do, do. Such a great separation of the sounds. Everything is clearly hearable, clearly legible in an audio fashion. And I really dig that. That is a really great job of choosing sounds that complement each other. It helps that we understand an orchestra is full of complementary sounds. And strings, this may be controversial. It's not. It's a fact. It's not an opinion. It's an opinion. Strings make everything better. Especially if you're listening to pop music or hip-hop music, strings make everything better. There's not been one NF song where the strings came in hard that I wasn't like, oh, okay. Or one Ryan Tedder, One Republic, Justin Bieber. You know, I'm sure I'm dating myself back to 2016 with those names, but strings just make everything better. And there's a reason that we incorporate them into so many different genres. Classical gave us all of these great combinations that pop music, when it wanted to smooth its transients and become more of an ambience and less of an in-your-face progression, it really dug into strings. I love it. I love it. Love the separation. Let's head to the second thing. Second thing I love, look at this waveform. I mean, this thing is all over the place with dynamics. And it looks like, correct me if I'm wrong, Oddball, but it looks like you utilized BandLab's free mastering, unless you mastered it yourself, in which case, awesome sauce. But we're nice and loud, and yet not overbearing. And all of these dynamics are so great. Look, we start small here. But we don't ever have to wait too long for a new instrument. As you watch it, listen. Boom, and we're all in. Now let's check out this big cut in the middle. So good. Those dynamics, that's what makes a track that's what makes it repeatable, is this ability to listen over and over again and hear something fun every time you do it. And that's one of the benefits of rolling chords, right? Is the fact that they give you so much to latch onto while you're listening. And when you really dig in and you hear some of the things that layer, sometimes those notes match and they hit and they create these resonances that are really cool. And yet everything is so nicely separated here. So Oddball, love the separation of the instruments, really digging on the dynamics of the track. If there's one thing that I want more of in this track, more orchestral elements aside, the one thing I think I want more of is definitely going to be harmonies. Your strings, specifically for me, are ripe for harmonies, especially right after this drop. Let's just take this part for example, because you've got these really intense plucks that have tone. Okay, and after these 4 is a great opportunity to do dun 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 dun, to bring in a dueling viola or something that's going to play a couple of different harmony lines, so that we're not just getting dun 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 dun. And in fact, you could create much more epic tension by adding to those strings. It not only creates thickness, but it creates just this wave of sound, and all that sound is going to work together because you're going to create a harmony using the same instruments. So it's in essence a bigger, thicker, more epic sound. That's the one thing I want more of. Otherwise, this track is a joy to listen to. In fact, I don't have enough classical in here, so we're going to add this to I Vibe. If you guys don't know, you can always go over to my page and check out the playlists over there. We've got BandLab plus Coffee seasons for you. Covers Keep Us Warm as cover tracks from all over the lab. Snippets of songs I haven't finished. If you like them, let me know. Maybe I will. Attempting Such Spectacular Feats are songs that I've jumped on with other people in collaboration. Forkable jams are things you can put your own spin on. I Vibe are just things over the lab that I vibe with. They're not all going to be the same genre. They're going to be kind of random. But hey, I vibe, and that's what matters. DJ Originals. So these are songs that I've written, whether it's the lyrics or all of it. And then BandLab contest tracks are contest tracks from around BandLab that have won their respective contests that I just kind of clicked with. So it's I Vibe, but specifically for contest tracks. If you have a track that you think belongs in one of my playlists, go ahead and shoot me a message with a link to your track. I'm happy to not only listen to that, but to listen for consideration on BandLab plus Coffee moving into 2024. Everyone needs to head on over to BandLab and follow at Oddball 2020 out of Merrimack, New Hampshire. Sprites of the Midnight Moonlight. What a great track, especially if you're looking for something that is just great to listen to. Some music you gotta think about too much. This is just great to listen to. It's got a relaxing feel while having some epic tension within its own genre. Great job, Oddball. Everyone needs to jump over there and follow him. And you know what? While you're at it, go ahead and follow DJ Tatious on BandLab or YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, wherever you choose to consume your social media. We're there bringing you music, whether it's original stuff or snippets of other stuff that we have found around the lab that have just been a pleasure to listen to. With that being said, thank you so much for ringing in the new year with me, waking up, winding up, and queuing up another excellent BandLab track, and we will see you next time.
Oh, girl, you got that yummy, 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 yum. Girl, you got that. Oh, girl, you got that. Oh, girl, you got that.
You know, Lisa Left Eye Lopez and the two other girls. Ladies and gentlemen, check out my disappearing coffee cup. It's from the latest in Starbucks' new line of fall colors. Invisible. Because in Texas, fall is thus far invisible. But also, welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. I'm DJ Tatious, and it's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent BandLab track for our fall episode. Today, we've got a page from my journal. But plot twist, it's not from my journal. It's from Murphy's Turkey over on the lab. So, without further ado, to the lab! It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent BandLab track. We've got Murphy's Turkey over here on the lab and another lab coat out of New York, New York at MurphySturkey. You know, some people might say it's Murphy Sturkey, but those people would be wrong. Reppin' 560 followers. The song A Page from My Journal is actually a fork from an instrumental called Sunflower by a lab coat we know very well, Nainoa 88. It's got 86 plays, 24 likes, soon to be one of our own, I'm sure. Let's take a listen. We're just keeping with that fall acoustic vibe. See, now this is actually giving me Union Station vibes. If you've never heard Union Station, Alison Krauss and Union Station released a CD or an album called New Favorite, which is actually one of my favorite albums of all time. You wouldn't know it by looking at me.
Once upon a time I climbed your sand dune
Where are my lyrics?
to the top to see what met me there.
Oh, I like the Vox
And I
series
saw
on this.
two great lakes met in the sunset in the distance. It was lovely in the sand. It was peaceful at the top. And
Wow, I like
wish
this.
I could go back to those lazy summer days. Yeah.
It's really neat because I'm getting
There was once upon a time
these conflicting vibes that go so well together. I'll talk about it later.
Back again, right now, raise the summer. And sleeping bag to tweet picture tents that go climb to the top of the dunes just behind our gate.
Listen to that guitar go.
Later we sat around the campfire, ate some marsh, then we sang sweet lullabies under the moon. And we
That was a really good
climbed
note.
into a chance to sleep to the buzzing of the bugs and a sneaky blackberry who ate the food. And then the next day sunrise, I remember stepping out into the morning dew and took a deep breath in.
And then we let it ring out. That was really cool. What I like about that is that's very 90s singer-songwriter, and it just does its thing so well. So let's jump over to 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love on this track, and we're going to focus more on Murphy's Turkey and the vocals rather than the instrumental. We very much enjoy it, and I know 88, but this is Murphy's Turkey track, and say that 5 times fast. And there is some great stuff to be mentioned here. The first thing I want to mention is kind of what I alluded to during the song. This has some really great conflicting vibes that come together to form something really neat that I never would have thought I wanted without hearing it. When you go into the vocals, and then the vocals come in with layers, what I get is I get this overwhelming feeling of TLC. And I don't mean tender love and care, although this does sound like a tender memory, and there was love and care put into this track. I mean TLC the band. The way the 3 vocalists, Lisa Left Eye Lopez and the 2 other girls, sorry, I wish I knew their names, I don't. The way that they blend together with their vocals on that lower register brings kind of that R&B 90s flair style, in the same way that Murphy's Turkey is blending these layers here with an acoustic style. And I couldn't help it. It was this acoustic style, but I got this overwhelming feeling of 90s girl group, TLC. Let's take a listen.
It was lovely in the sand, it was peaceful at the time.
Maybe it's the enunciation.
Wish I could go back to those lazy summer days. Yeah.
And while there could be so many comparisons that get made, when I listen to these songs, I tend to go with what I feel initially. What happens initially? What's that spark that resonates in my mind? Because if we think about it too hard, we can make any correlation or connection we want. But when we feel it, first things first, it becomes really neat comparisons that we draw that maybe we wouldn't have otherwise thought about. We would take our time and we would say, oh, that's not a good comparison. I'll think of something more apt. Or, oh, that's not a great comparison because maybe they don't go together. Or that's not a great comparison because maybe people won't appreciate that comparison. When in reality, it doesn't matter. These are the comparisons we make. These are the things we feel about the music. This person put their art into the world. It is subjective. We hear it. And right now I am totally hearing acoustic TLC vibes. And I really dig it, these vocal layers. Let's listen one more time. Let's actually listen to where they come in.
It was lovely in the sand.
It's like it opens up. Let's go into the second thing I love, because we're going to continue listening. Love those layers. But the second thing I love is actually the content that we're getting here. We are getting a very real look at a moment in time for this person. And for me, it's a very relatable summer thing. It's summery. It's a summer vibe. And I don't know if that's the same for everyone. And while we are doing a week on fall, this whole campfires on the beach thing has a summer connotation for me personally with where I grew up and how I grew up. So let's take a listen to some of these lyrics. It was peaceful at the top. I wish I could go back to those lands in lazy summer days. Now let's go over here to where the bugs are. That's my favorite note in the entire song, and I think it's the perfect inflection for sweet lullabies because the note is very sweet. Sweet lullabies, right? But the way that it was breathed out into the track, it is the standout moment for the track for me. And I know we can find lots of cool things. There are plenty to love, but the standout moment, and we'll keep listening to the lyrics, is the sweet lullabies.
Sweet lullabies under the moon.
Almost Whitney Houston-esque.
To a chance to sleep. To the buzzing of the bugs.
And a sneaky black bear who ate our food. Like, this is real life camping.
And then the next day sunrise, I remember stepping out into the morning dew.
The next day sunrise, stepping out into the morning dew. So we go and we find this ideal spot. We have this campfire. We sing songs. We fall asleep to the buzzing of the bugs, and a black bear ate our food. Look, in Texas, we're still camping in October, okay? So that is incredibly poignant. It's so real to wake up and your tent is just, you flick your tent and the dew just, it's almost as if it had rained the night before, although that's not the case. And anyone who goes camping in either the Pacific Northwest or in the South Central United States knows that kind of feeling. I can't speak for anywhere else. I didn't spend much time camping anywhere else. But those are the two things I love. The way that we layered up these vocals, the way that we sang them, and then the lyrics specifically, tuning it all the way down into the moment of the song where we sing sweet lullabies, but it is the lyric accompanied by the melody and the way we chose to sing it. Like I mentioned, it's got that Whitney Houston-esque like breath, and it is fantastic. Now, if there's one thing I want more of, I think I want to anchor somewhere. I think in this track, even at 2:31, we could parse down. It's a page from my journal, so it is lyric dense, which is great. But I think we could parse down and find a hook somewhere. I would personally take the sweet lullabies part and turn it into a hook and maybe sing it twice in the song. Have a verse about finding the spot where y'all were going to settle down for the night, and then a quick little hook that's, and we sang sweet lullabies by the campfire side. And one more line. You mentioned summer in there. Those summer days are always on my mind, right? Sing sweet lullabies by the campfire side. Summer days are always on my mind. And then we could go into verse 2, which is more about the campfire and falling asleep to the bugs and the black bear stealing our food. And then we go into the chorus again at the end. Sing sweet lullabies by the campfire side. Summertime always on my mind. And then you could repeat it one more time for the ending. I think that would be incredible. And that would elevate this song to just awesome status. A chorus, that hook, would really just drive home this point that these are the days of your life, right? This is a poignant moment for you. And it's relatable. At least it is to me. And if it is to me, I'm one of 6 billion people or whatever the number is now. It's relatable to someone else. And I would imagine a lot of other people. So I would like to see a chorus thrown in there. And that is the one thing I want more of. All in all, this is a phenomenal track. Page from my journal, super honest, super lyric dense, which I love as a songwriter. I just love writing words. I do. It's what I do. And it's Murphy's Turkey. Everyone should jump on over to BandLab and follow them. Janine, it looks like her name is, as Nainoa88 mentions in the comment. Let's make sure we give this track a love because it's so good. And we're actually going to leave a comment before I end the video here. This is... Thanks for the sweet lullabies. And we'll put that in quotes since we are quoting our favorite part of the song. Boomtown. Lock it down. That's what I'm talking about. Everyone jump on over to BandLab and follow Murphy's Turkey out of New York, New York. And you know what? While you're over there, go ahead and follow DJ Tatious and his amazing invisible coffee cup. Ooh, because fall is also spooky time. Thanks for waking up, winding up, and queuing up another excellent BandLab track with me. One more day of fall week, and then we head back to whatever awesomeness we find on the lab. So, with that in mind, we will see you next time.
Your track can be really great and your melody can be really great, but what you need is texture. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a second line where we sing the melody a second time, but we're going to edit it differently by adding a little bit of fuzz to the track using the BL driver. We'll just bring that down a little bit because all we want is a tiny bit of this fuzz to give us some more texture for the beat. Now it sounds like this.
Well, now I understand that your plan was to tell me that I'll never get it, so I'm better off when I turn it off. Just stop, give it up, and quit it. Not hot, and the lyrics that I've written don't deserve to get a listen, but I type non-stop.
Instantly more intense.
And I go till I drop, like I'm breaking out of prison. Just wait, make a great lake. With all the lyrics that I'm spitting, and I'll never be arrogant, sharing feelings that are visceral and dealing with the consequence of dropping the anonymous. You wanna call me talentless? I'm taking every single hit and breaking every chain and stepping all the way outside of it.
And that, my friends, is how you do rap texture.
Check, check, check. Dadgummit, I am wearing the same sweater I wore last week. But man, this is an excellent sweater. So, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BandLab Plus Coffee. It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up another excellent BandLab track. This time, we've got Boom! That's at vortex_music_man. So, without further ado, let's get some Raging Pulsar when we head to the left. Come wind up, keep up, come wind up, keep up, come wind up, keep up, come wind up, keep up. Excellent track. Over here on the lab, it is Raging Pulsar by vortex_music_man. That's VORTEX_MUSIC_MAN out of Glasgow, United Kingdom, and repping 679 followers, following 95 people. The track itself, Raging Pulsar, has 315 plays currently with 73 likes, including one of our own. So, let's get to it. Oh, we're just going to start off going. Video game vibes. Let's do our video game run. That's what I want to do. I just want to run through the whole thing. Oh, all the best Sonic vibes. Ooh, that was great. This is a solid chorus. Show me your power. Transition. Hadouken. Finish him. KO. I just hear that Sonic noise. Love it. Bringing in the xylophone. Listen to that go. What are we going to get here at this dip? Ooh. Oh, that would have been a perfect place for like the noise when you hit something in Sonic. Sega. vibes. I feel it just build and the energy is just high, but it's never boring. What a great ending. Let it fade out, but also the I guess the kick drum, doom doom, was awesome. What a great track, Boom. Raging Pulsar is phenomenal. In fact, oh, it's forkable. Come on, y'all. I'd love to see some forks of this. But in the meantime, I definitely need to add it to my iVibe playlist because I was feeling that. And man, that is the definition of a vibe right there. The video game vibes are strong with this one. So, let's jump into 2 things I love and 1 thing I want more of. The first thing I love about this track is that first chorus. Not only do we start with a ton of energy, but I'll be honest, I was a little worried because we started with so much energy, I wasn't quite sure where we were going to go. But man, when we get to that chorus, builds up. Do 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 do. It's just so happy and vibrant and full of life and sunshine and vibes, man. Full of vibes, man. Okay, and that counter melody right there, do 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 do. Let's listen to it again. That chiptune style is just awesome. Way to go. Dig this chorus, dig this vibe, dig the vibrancy and how everything comes together. And nothing gets lost. I'm hearing everything very clearly. We have a full soundscape. It's not muddy. Let's get to the second thing I love. The second thing I love about this track is not only is it full and vibrant, but the bass never takes over. In a lot of electronic tracks, you have this issue or this concern where it's either incredibly harsh because of all the stabs we get from the synths, or incredibly muddy because the bass takes over. We have too much boom, 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 and you see the line flatten out, and it's like we've applied a limiter and cut so many decibels on it that everything is just egregiously overdriven, and it's no longer clean and clear. This is clean and clear. I mean, it might as well be what's clean and clear? Oxy pads? I don't know. Anyway, there's no acne on this song. Okay, it's clean and clear, spot free, all those things that mean clean and clear. I very much enjoyed this. Listen to the low end in relation to the rest of the track. And you can hear in the background. So you have almost like the synths are octave down. So rather than using some kind of bass that we would all recognize as a bass, we have some more octave down synths that are kind of taking up that low end space there. And then every once in a while we get these really fun kicks that are super low. Doom, 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 or boom, boom. And they're kind of scattered throughout the track. Both really fantastic. And so I love the way that the track is clean, clear. The low end does not take over, and the chorus itself is just shimmery, vibrant, great melodies. Those are the 2 things I love. Now, there's one thing I want more of in this track. It's in relation to this guy right here. We break it down. And I really, really like that we have that arpeggiating synth melody kind of throughout the track. But in this breakdown, I think I wanted less. I wanted you to get really uncomfortable with how much we took from the listener, so that the end, when you brought it all back in, was just extraordinary and an explosion of sound. So right here we have that melody, and it's fluttery and it's really cool. But when we get to this part, what if we changed it to something with maybe some, I don't know, tremolo, or what if we put some pumping or some cuts on it? So rather than it was something that was choppy, you know, that where our melody line wasn't carrying us all the way through the song, and we really lean into this dynamic shift right in the middle of the track. I think that's what I want. If there was going to be anything else, it would just be something to take up more of the low mid section. I think you have a great low end. It's not overpowering, but I believe that in this space here, we could introduce a low mid, something that we could carry through the rhythm, through the rest of the song, along with that chopped up melody to give us more of an in your face, this is different, get over it, it's electronic music, I'm gonna do my thing. Almost as if it were a vibrant and happy breakdown in a Skrillex song. So instead of like in that dubstep, you get this happy, choppy, synthy, vibrant doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So that would genuinely be what I would focus on the track. I think that this track is phenomenal, and everyone should jump on over and not only check out Raging Pulsar, go ahead and give Boom a follow at vortex_music_man. And you know what? While you're at it, why not follow DJ Tatious on BandLab, YouTube, or wherever you choose to consume your social media. In the meantime, thanks so much for waking up, winding up, and queuing up another excellent track with me, and we will see you next time.
Let the music unlock your heart. It's time to collaborate. You're part of the family.
It's time to wake up, wind up, and queue up with another excellent BandLab track.
I love you, oh loves. Do you have those? Do you wanna share them with me? I love you, oh loves. Oh, do you have those? I'd like to share mine with you. Can we share? Are you gonna spread love or hate? Are you gonna spread love or hate? Are you gonna spread love or hate?